and we'll get that started up as well, I think. Also, I am fully aware that the screen is still like sized down and stuff with it. As always, I have not full screened this one yet because we weren't quite set up for that. You know, I wanted just to show what I would be running a little bit here before we actually get properly going. Meow. Ah, we're getting there.
There we go.
Hello.
Alright, finally live. Alright. Sorry about the whole wait there. I don't think I've slept in so long for a long time, so
That's
that was the
fine.
first time that was like a legit sleep in thing. Oh,
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, unless we're both like fully set with the deck stuff, which like I've gone over a little bit about what I'm thinking on this one. We might only get the one done today then, based on time and whatnot, but we will
Yeah.
see.
They have already told me it's if it's going to be like longer than 2 hours for some reason, we could extend it for a little bit. But I'm pretty sure we will be opening just one pack. Brownie himself said he wasn't sure what he was going to do anyway today, so
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it really depends because I don't think there's a lot in this set which is going to drastically change the ideas. So unless you really need to just like completely change the deck, then
yeah, I don't think so.
no. And I mean, I've already said I've done my preparation and from like I've changed it again over this week as well. Actually, it's kind of funny if we'd have played on the Monday as we were going to, it'd been a different deck from what I'm playing now. But you know,
If only.
I have already made my stuff that way. So instead of I'm expecting, unless something really big comes up, like you know something huge on the wheel changes everything or whatnot, I'm expecting that instead of actually, you know, like making the deck afterwards, I'm more just going to do what Simo and Nimnim actually usually do and just talk over what the deck is supposed to do before we get going. So it should be a quicker setup, at least for me this time. So we'll see. Anyway, you have the victory wheel this time. How about that?
Hooray!
So
Time.
yeah, I did send you the stuff before, but just for confirmation of everybody on stream as well, the tournament pack this time is Dark Revelation 1. Remember, basically every single set for the foreseeable future has got a different thing on the tournament pack, so I'll keep you informed on that. It's all in the roll thingy, but you know. If you do pull the structure deck one, it is from Dragon's Roar or Zombie Madness only. Those are the two decks which are out at this time, so those are the two that we can pick a card from. Trust me, there's some really good ones in there, we'd want that. And if we do get the promo, it is any tin, magazine, or video game promo from 2005 specifically. It would normally include the promotional card one that's on the side thing as well, but there is no card from 2005 in that list, so I've simplified it here. Tin, magazine, and video game promo from 2005 specifically. So if you do pull that thin slot, that is what we have.
Alright.
Alright, other than that, the Lost Millennium, yeah, I'm not really sure what to say with it otherwise. Let's just get cracking with it and see what we can pull, eh?
Yep.
Alright, good luck, buddy.
Ready to go, man.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I've done my piece, and yeah, good luck.
Good luck and good duel.
Alright, and we are deafened. So, yeah, we have the losers wheel this time. First time in the series that we've actually gotten to that. So, yeah, it's interesting in that sense. I was expecting this a long time ago, but as it turns out, this is the first time that we have actually lost a game. Go figure, it is after we take 13 wins, you know, as it so happens. So the wheel itself is not that different at this point. Commons are a bit more likely to get on the loser's wheel. The tournament packs in general are less likely to get on this one. I think about 5 or 6%. This is by far the biggest difference. And then most of the slots are like 1% lower or something at this stage. It was a little bit unfair before, I guess, with that, but let's just spin it. Let's see what we can get if our wildcards are all from Flaming Eternities, so... And we do get the tournament packs. Okay, so this is what I was expecting. It's still like 35% of the wheel or something, so we are going to get 3 packs of Dark Revelation 1. Now, this is a combination of Pharaoh Servant through Magician's Force, or is it Dark? No, it's through Dark Crisis. So there's a chance that we can get the... Just make sure I've not got it. Yeah. There's a chance that we could get Gravekeeper's Spy here and like get a third copy of that to go through. You do get 12 cards in these ones. It's the same as the Dark Beginning stuff we got before. You're supposed to get 12. Sometimes the generator here only gives you like 10 or 11. It's weird. That's usually when you don't get rare cards in the thing. So looking at it here, there's not really a huge amount that I am super interested in. Pandemonium actually got a rarity bump, which is unfortunate. We do have Royal Magical Library. I didn't pull any copies of that before. Different Dimension Crazy Beast is also a thing that we can potentially use. I mean, it could banish recruiters if I get stuff there. It's another anti as well, I guess. Let's just make sure we add that to the collection. 2 more to pull. Could potentially get something really good out of it here. Let's see what we can do. Fear from the Dark again. There is Gravekeeper's Guard. So, that's cool. There's Rope of Life as well. This forces you to discard your Hando, so we're probably never going to play this, but it does give an 800 attack boost to the monster that comes back as well. It's destroyed in battle with that one. Yeah, Gravekeeper's Guard is big though, because we got 0 of those before. If this last pack has got Gravekeeper's Spy, then we could actually, I could change the deck significantly again, right? 3 Spy and 1 Guard would probably change what I would actually want to do, but maybe not this time around. I think I still want to stay set with what we have there. We didn't get it anyway, so that's fine. Do get Butterfly Dagger Elma, which unfortunately I don't have Gear 3 the Iron Knight for. But yeah, Elma with Royal Magical Library and Gear 3 the Iron Knight is an infinite draw engine. If this is equipped, like it's 300 attack gain that it gives you, but if it's equipped and destroyed on the field by a card effect, it goes back to the hand. So it's not super useful under normal play, but it is pretty cool if you can infinitely use it. And unfortunately, we don't have that capability, but that is fine. Alright, so with that said, we have the Lost Millennium to go through here. So let's have a little chat about the set here. Honestly, it is not super great, but there are about 5 cards that I'm kind of interested in here. So this one is the official start of the GX era, but because it's still another 60 card set and everything, I still say Solo the Duelist is my start for the GX era, but officially this is when it begins, because this is when you see the anime archetypes coming in. So you've got the basis of the elemental heroes, the absolute basis. They are not good, obviously. Clayman's a 2k defender, that's as good as it gets. You do have Wing Karibo. If you are looking to build your Karibo collection up, it's fine, I guess. It works when it's destroyed on the field in general. So, prevents more than just 1 damage set if you can use it, but honestly, it's not super good. The Ancient Gears started in this set as well. They have the gimmick of you can't use spell and traps against them in the damage step when they attack. So no Mirror Force, no Sakuretsu armor against these things. You can still use other traps against them, though, but you just can't. And no Book of Moon if they start attacking as well. Gear Beast is probably the one that would be the most useful here. It's only 2000 attack, but it prevents effects from activating as well if it destroys a monster by battle. So this blocks out recruiters as well. So this is a card I could see me using. The catch with these is you can't special summon them. like the 2 tribute ones. So you can't premature burial them, which is kind of annoying. And of course they're Earth, which means they don't work with my Chaos stuff, but if I'm going to scale that back a little bit, it's fine. Ultimate Insect reaches its ultimate level in this one. There is no Ultimate Insect level 9, unfortunately. That would have been funny. This can actually work, because it's a debuff for all of your opponent's monsters, which I did play at one point, because that was kind of annoying sometimes, but it's not exactly very good. And with all of the removal traps and stuff that he's playing right now, it's not worth it at all. This set had a gimmick of going into like flip face down cards as well. We saw that with Golem Sentry last time round. There's actually a weaker version of Golem Sentry in this set, the Guardian Statue. Exactly the same effect, but it has 1400 defense, not 1800, and the same 800 attack too. It's super weird. But yeah, Hierarcho Sphinx prevents face down monsters from being targeted by your opponent's attacks, which is kind of cool. And the Cryo Sphinx, this would work with Giant Rat, but if you can bounce a monster, then it's the opponent has to send a card to the graveyard from their hand as well. So yeah, a lot of rock stuff in this set. Mega Rod Dragon's the boss monster for rocks as well. Banish a bunch of them from the graveyard, get a big attack value on it, I guess. Probably not going to see that really ever, but it's fine. Medusa Worm is, what was it, Swarm of Locusts, I think? No, Swarm of Scarabs is the one that destroys the monsters. It's got that effect. It's a much weaker body, but it is a rock, so it synergizes more with the set. Still pretty terrible, mind you. DD Survivor is one I want for the future, because when we get to the Banish stuff, I think he's in Strike and Neos, but when we get to the like Banisher of the Radiance, Macrocosmos, stuff like that, this is really cool. So this is the main chase card for me in the set, ironically. Yeah, this set is that bad that a rare that doesn't really do anything right now is the chase card. But it is a warrior, it's dark, it's 1800, so it's a RotA target, yeah, it comes back if it's banished from the field, so it's pretty good. The Charmers come in this set as well. If they survive when they're flipped, you can take control of specific attributes and monsters. So we could in theory side Heater because of the Solar Flare Dragons and stuff like that. Probably won't, but it's an option if we desperate. White Ninja is a good, I guess, defense destroyer. It's a good in quotation marks because it is a flip monster itself, but hey, it can kill defense position stuff. It's kind of neat, I guess. Battery Man is good for the future. It's not good for just now, but this did get its own archetype later on. And if you can get 3 of these on the field, then you can get 3000 attack up pretty easily. This would be kind of cool with DNA Surgery and Machine Duplication, but good luck with that. Death Wombat is the most metal card of the set, but is also really good at blocking effect damage, and is bigger than most of the stuff that's being played against me at the moment. So this is definitely side deck material until he stops playing Burn. So there is that. Reshef is kind of cool, I guess. He can change a heart basically, or convert any spell to a change of heart for the turn. So that's kind of neat, but it's a level 8 ritual. It's pretty hard to play. The Elemental Hero's got 2 fusions in this set. Flame Wingman is probably the better one, but both of them are actually kind of okay. The problem is they have to be fusion summoned, so you can't light Hexial Fusion with this guy and tribute them on the field. And it also, they need the normal monsters, so rip on that front, but whatever. Brain Control is probably the biggest card in the set. This is pre-errata, remember? So Brain Control actually works on any monster that's face up. Nowadays it's been nerfed so that you can only play it on stuff that you can normal summon or set, so no Nomi monsters or extra deck plays, but this is where we've been playing pre-errata and everything, so this is actually a really powerful card that we would definitely play. But it's a super, so I'm not expecting to get it. Otherwise, Battery Charger is a revival for batteries specifically. Hero Signal, I guess if you are going to play the E-Heroes, you can maintain board presence with that. Anti-fusion stuff here. Level Conversion Lab is a great Timmy card. Show a high-level monster from your hand, roll a 6-sided dice. If it's not a 1, then whatever level whatever number the dice is, you have that as the level of the monster. It's cool. I used to play it because it was fun, not because it was actually good. But this could get Demark on the field for no tribute, so like Kid could, I guess, play that. And that honestly is it. There's a couple of cards that can negate continuous spell or traps respectively, but they're not good enough to even consider, I don't think. So yeah, not exactly a huge amount in this set, which is going to drastically change things up, but you never know, we could get some fun stuff. DD Survivor is really what I'm looking for here. So let's open up Lost Millennium, 24 packs. Hopefully, maybe we get a Brain Control, that'd be fun. Well, we do start with an ultimate rare, a Chef the Dark Being. It's a light fiend, it's super weird, but yeah, this is a level 8 ritual. I don't have Manju, or I don't really have Senjus either, so I don't exactly have a lot that's actually going to let me use this, unfortunately. But, you know, a change of heart on a 2500 body is kind of cool, I guess, but not really something that I'm going to play here. Nothing really too fancy in this one. The interceptor cannons are kind of cool, I guess, because they flip themselves back face down so they don't get snatch stealed and stuff like that, and you can do some okay things with that, but honestly, nothing really too good there. There's Ancient Gear Beast, so maybe I could put that. Oh yeah, King of Skull Servants in here too, but Skull Servants get like no support for ages, so it's kind of whatever. Yeah, there's one Ancient Gear Beast. We could play that in theory. If I could find space for it, maybe I would, but I kind of want to try the horror stuff a bit more. So there's Brain Control though. Okay, I was not expecting to actually pull this card. So hey, yeah, pre-errata, this is my answer to him having Change of Heart and Snatch Steal, right? Now I actually have an option to take control of it, take control of his stuff myself. That's honestly the best card of the set, so it's really good to pull one of those this early in. There's a Wombat. That's one that we definitely need for the side deck. Nothing really too fancy otherwise, so let's just keep moving on here. Yeah, there's another Wombat. Nothing great otherwise. Doriado, I guess if I pull it, I could talk about it. It lets you treat it as every attribute except Dark whilst it's on the field, so it lets you use that Furin Kazan card from the previous set. Does not let you use Elemental Burst, however, because that requires a tribute of every attribute. There's our third Wombat, so we're already done with that. 8 packs in. Just DD Survivor is really the one that I'd be hoping to get here. Millennium Scorpion doesn't do it. If this destroys a monster in battle, then it gains 500 attack afterwards. Whoop-de-doo, it's not really anywhere near good enough to use here. There's a Survivor. Okay. I did get DD Scout playing before as well, so if I get 2 Survivors, then I could actually play that. Also a super in here is Master Monk. I think you need to tribute Monk Fighter specifically for this thing. It can't be summoned otherwise, and it's like a 1900 double attacker or something. It's honestly not very good, especially being Earth. It doesn't work with anything that I have here. Yeah, there is Doriado. So, level 3 ritual, dead easy to get out, and Furin Kazan is a busted card, but you've got to use a ritual to get out this thing to use for that. Just doesn't really work. It is a light in the graveyard at least, that's kind of cool. But I'm not going to play a ritual just to try and do that, you know? Not even if I pulled the playset. So what, halfway through, I don't think I've seen Hita yet. But that's okay, like I'm not necessarily planning on playing the Fire Charmer in the side deck here. Yeah, Royal Surrender is the one that negates a continuous trap if it's, you know, it's a counter trap that just negates a continuous trap's activation and destroys it. There's a second Ancient Gear Beast. So, yeah, if I don't want to play the Horror strat, I guess I could play that to negate the Recruiters. But I don't know about that one, Chief. Another Master Monk. A lot of hollows in this set that we're picking up. They're just not very good outside of Brain Control. Just because that's the nature of this set, you know? Alright, we're more Death Wombat. We already had the playset though, so we're fine on that one. Nitro Unit, I don't remember it doing anything good. I think it equips to like an opponent's monster, and if you destroy that monster, it does damage equal to its attack or something. Not exactly, you know, that beneficial of a card. Nothing really in there. Hero Signal, I guess, again, if you want to play the stuff there. Second Doriado, nothing too good. 6 packs left. I just want one more Survivor, please. There we go. So that's really good. I've pretty much already pulled everything I want from this set now. There's Heater as well, in case I do want to go down that route. Yeah, DD Survivor is just what I want for later on. There's another... Yo, Ultimate Rare Ancient Gear Beast. Yo, we got a playset of this now. But hey, we got the Ultimate Rare one too. How about that? Basically, that just means we're going to get 2 of the thing. It is possible, I think, to get 2 of the same, like, rare or whatever. Because, I think, yes, 2 of the same rare. Because you could get an Ultimate Rare and a regular one in the same pack. But that's... I don't think it's possible to get 2 of the same common in this thing. There's Ultimate Inset level 7. Dude, the holos just keep coming in on this set. Yeah, I have enough Ultimate Insects that I could play the deck, but it's just not a very good card to play the deck with, so... It debuffs all the monsters that he plays, which is fine, but attack power is not really what I'm suffering from. It's all the burn effects and everything that I'm getting wrecked by, so... We did get a playset of Doriado. It's not gonna change my mind. I'm not playing Doriado. Ultimate Rare Kozaki Self-Destruct button. Woo. Whoever destroys this when it's set face down takes 1000 damage. It has no other effect. You can't actually activate this regularly. So, yeah, not exactly too good. But hey, another... That's like 3 Ultimate Rares in the same opening. It's ridiculous. Alright, 2 Survivor. We almost scored 1000 points on this draft. That is actually ludicrous for one of these, considering how few points and stuff you usually get here. Yeah, that Ultimate Rare Chef, this is an Ultra as well, so it's actually pretty cool. Okay, so there's, again, not a huge amount to really, like, shake up the deck massively. There is one of each type of Ancient Gear Beast, one first edition, one Ultimate Rare, and one regular rare, just to piss me off even further with that. Yeah, so the main thing, Greedkeeper's Guard would be nice. I do have 2 Spy. I could play 2 Spy in the Guard, but I don't think I really care that much. DD Survivor, getting 2 of that is fine. We'll work with that later on. And yeah, other than that, I pretty much got what I want, right? I got the Brain Control. We got enough Heater in the end. We did get a playset. And yeah, that's about it as far as, like, the really good cards in this set go. Like, Mind Golems and stuff like that have a little bit of dumb burn damage to them, but they don't really do anything worth it. Yeah, let me remind myself what this is. So it's an equip, only equips to the opponent, and when it's destroyed by battle, sent to the graveyard, yeah, you do damage equal to the attack of whatever's equipped. Really bad card, to be honest. Because you've got to equip it to the opponent and then actually try and get something out of it. It's like, no, not worth it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Not really much else to go into, so let's just go ahead and fire up Duel and Book here. So, I did get something that I need to change the deck with, but it's only 1 card. Where do we fit Brain Control into this deck? It's actually really good to get Brain Control here. Yeah, this is actually really good to have in this deck specifically because I contribute for Horus, right? I need to find a space to fit it in. So, let's go over the deck that I have at the moment and then I'll try and work out how we're going to put this in. So, we are, of course, always going to be going for the Chaos package, at least for now, but I have dialed it down a little bit here. I'm not running free Chaos Silk at this point because that seems a little bit bricky, surprisingly. I had a hard time trying to get both Light and Dark in the grave in the second game, or the second and third game of last time round, so I'm only going to play the free Chaos this time. I still have, like, 7 Lights and, what, 8 Darks otherwise? Or is it 7? I think it's 7 of each, and then, of course, these are Darks, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I have 8. 8 Darks and 7 Lights, plus the Sorks and stuff by themselves. Oops. So there is that. I'm still going to play the Cyberjar because Cyberjar gets me into the fusion materials that we have here, because I am going to try King Dragon. As I mentioned in the intro bit, but for YouTube because I'm cutting that out, King Dragon, which I pulled a playset of last time, surprisingly, prevents him from targeting my dragon types with Compulse, with Regeki Break. Like, it stops a lot of his trap destruction stuff here. So if I can get this out, I could also special summon Horus level 6, destroy something in battle with this. Remember, this is unaffected by spell cards, so I can actually attack through quite a lot of stuff with this. And if I can destroy a monster with it, I get Horus level 8 out, and then I just negate any spell card that he plays. So by blocking spells that he plays, and by blocking targeting trap cards, I can pretty much shut down just about any strategy that he'd be playing on me. Right, because if he goes for something like the Solar Flare Dragon stuff, I have Smashing Grounds I can play. I could maybe Creature Swap out of that. Phoenix Wing Blast does well against that. I've added Trap Hole to the deck as well instead of Sakuretsu Armor this time around, because I figured that actually destroying his stuff on summon is a bit better. Like, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, this is mostly gearing up to try and get Hexsteel Fusion and Divine Dragon on the field here. I did kind of want to play 3 of them, and I have 1 copy of Polymerization I wanted to try and fit in as well, but I don't think we're really going to get to that, to be honest. Poly is just a bit of a brick in general, and I don't want to play that kind of brick in here. But I did get one from Dark Beginning 1. I could play Polymerization to do this in the hand instead. But I think we've got enough between 3 Mystic Tomato, 3 Shining Angel. I think we have enough ways of getting these onto the field where I can probably just do the tribute thing to get them out. Otherwise, we've got Tribe Affected Virus still. This is just discard fodder. You know, discard cards to put Chaos on the board. It's obviously very good. Witch of the Black Forest is still incredible here because it searches pretty much everything except for the Chaos cards. I guess it doesn't search Horus 6, but that's okay. Like, we can hard draw the power stuff. Doesn't search for Hexsteel Fusion though. This is why I would like Sangan, but I don't have it. So yeah, no Hexsteel Fusion off of this, but that should be fine. Otherwise, we've got Book of Moon is just incredible. You know, target stuff there. Confiscation has been ridiculous every time through. We're not getting rid of that. Creature Swap is good in this deck because we have like 6 targets that can 8 targets really if you count the Witch, that we can just switch with one of his monsters. This is a little bit sketchy in a way though, because he does play a lot of recruiters himself, so I could easily see me like side decking this card in game 2, but it works really well with what we have here, so it's worth keeping anyway. Graceful, Mystical Space Typhoon, Cross Out is pretty standard at the moment as well. Gets rid of a lot of potential threats. Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Scapegoat has made the main deck this time. This is mostly because I was, you know, in case I get stuck, getting 4... He's not playing piercing damage right now, so getting 4 tokens on the field just lets me survive a couple of extra turns. It's pretty good. 2 Smashing Ground is pretty standard here. I only have 2, but don't need Fissure in this deck. Bottomless Trap Hole and regular Trap Hole, I probably wouldn't actually play 2 Bottomless if I had it this time around, because he is on a lot of recruiters right now, so they actually get under Bottomless, but I still want it because it's good against that bigger stuff, right? Dust Tornado is just spell trap removal, we kind of need that. Phoenix Wing Blast, I underperformed last time. This card is definitely a lot better than I made it look last time. I think I just hit the wrong targets, really. Like, obviously, trying to stop him from doing a lot of the power plays didn't really work out in the end. I need to just pick the target a bit better. But this card is stupid good, and I hope to be able to show that in this game today. Side deck looks really weird here, but if the King Dragon stuff doesn't work out, I need to side into a lot of cards to get rid of Hexsteel Fusion, to get rid of Divine Dragon Ragnarok. Probably even to get rid of like one of the some of the recruiters too. I'd probably cut down a bit there. So we need a lot of other cards to go in there. Death Wombat obviously is, as we've said, is really good at negating effect damage, so that is absolutely a staple here. It is also an Earth to work with Elementsaurus. This is not a card I ever even expected to look at, but given the context of what we've been playing against, this is like the anti-meta card right now. If there's a fire monster on the field, which do remember, I play fire. I have Horus, so that's the reason I want to play this sort of style. This guy gets 2000 attack as a level 4. It is a dark as well, so it works with the chaos stuff. But if there's an earth monster on the field, which could be the Wombat, this thing that gets to negate the effects of any monster it destroys, which just means then that he doesn't get his recruiters, which is absolutely fantastic. And this happens to be 1500 too, so it gets over the recruiters to begin with. So that's just very powerful what we have here. Valkyrie, I was playing Element Dragon here, but Dragon has like wind as its other attribute that it gets benefits from, and there's nothing that actually works with that. So Element Valkyrie, I think, is the better play here. It also gets 500 attack if there's a fire monster on field, but its other element is water, and that stops it from changing control to the opponent, which is not great. But it is a light, and I needed to make sure that I had targets for Shining Angel too, because I don't have any way of actually removing Shining Angel from this list, right? So I need at least one of this. I'm thinking one Magician of Faith in here. I did initially have 2 Valkyrie, but I think I would still like to have Magician of Faith in the deck, even if it's not actually like the best card that could be in here, because I just have so many power cards here, right? Like, you look at the spell lineup, and it's like, how do you not play Magician of Faith? The only reason that I even cut down on this is because he keeps Change Your Heart in it, and it's kind of annoying, but, you know, playing 1 I think is totally fine. Mystic Swordsman 2 is for establishing the lock with stuff like Chaos Sorcerer. If he sets monsters to not get affected by Sork, then Mystic Swordsman just destroys them straight away. It is also an Earth, which works well with this, and if he's setting his recruiters, Mystic Swordsman gets rid of them no problem. Giant Trunades inside, this underperformed last time as well, to be honest. I think Trunade is only really good if I actually have Chaos Emperor in hand, which is not that often. My deck is not super great at pushing for game, right? So it's kind of tricky. Like, Trunade is a good card, for sure. It's disgustingly good. And it has really good synergy with Premature Burial as well. But I don't think I quite have enough options right now to really make it, like, disgustingly strong, you know? So it's side deck at the moment. It probably comes in game 2. I don't think I need it game 1. Lightning Vortex, if he's gonna play a ton of like face-up stuff that I can't kill otherwise. Lightning Vortex is just extra removal here. I did pull 2 copies of it, which is super good. So we can easily bring that in if need be. Probably over the Smashing Grounds, maybe over the Phoenix actually, because I do have a lot of discard stuff otherwise. Prohibition, just because again he's playing a lot of the burn stuff here. I could prohibit Compulse as well though. Like, if I'm trying to protect Horus 8, then Prohibition's a really good way of doing that. And then Trap Dust Shoot is still busted, but only if you are going first, which I cannot guarantee at the start here, so yeah. So the only question is, how am I going to fit Brain Control in this deck? Because yeah, I've got the 1 copy of it that I need to fit in. Creature Swap is probably the worthwhile thing to take out, but Creature Swap is so good though against you know, with all the recruiters and stuff in here. Creature Swap is just so powerful. It's hard to just, you know, take that out here. I mean, I could try and side it, but I don't know what I'd take out the side deck at this point either. Because I mean, I could just take out Dust Shoot, I suppose, but Dust Shoot is very, very powerful. Maybe Wombat could go? Like, 3 copies of this might be excessive? It's hard to tell. I have had some variants of the side deck here that have had 2 of this. I guess Element Saurus I kind of really want though. And I don't really want to cut the Earth count down because of that. Because I don't have any Earths in the main deck. So I really need, I mean, I've got Scapegoat. They actually are Earth attributes, so they do kind of work that way. I guess I could just take out Dust Shoot. That seems kind of bad, but I... I mean, I want to main deck Brain Control here, though. So it's what would I take out for that? A Wing Blast? I guess it's kind of doing a similar thing, in the sense of usually Brain Control is going to be removing a monster, right? And Wing Blast you would tend to do that with as well. I suppose I can try it. I really don't want to get rid of the Trapdoor Shoot, though. I've been going back and forth on Vortex. Maybe I do just, like, use one copy of it. Because I have Dark Hole, right? Dark Hole kind of works as, you know, a better version of Lightning Vortex. Yeah, let's do that. And I think that's pretty much gonna solve it there, I think. I was saying the only other card that could be considered here would be Heat of the Fire Charmer, but I don't really have any good, like, you know, super good tributes that I would use with it. Horus is the only one I'm thinking here. I'm not even playing Zaborg in this deck. Zaborg was in the other version, but like I really want to focus on Horus here. This might backfire in the sense if he does have his Monarchs, right, which are stronger, but then I could Brain Control the Monarch, you know. Get a ton of or just Creature Swap with them. I can get a ton of damage output on that sort of front. And the one thing that's like really good about Horus is that you cannot use Snatch Steal and Change of Heart on it, because it's just, I mean, you can, but they don't get it doesn't get affected because it's just unaffected by spell cards in general. So the Revelation packs were a little bit of a shame. We were really close, actually. Like, getting the Gravekeeper's Guard was very nice, but unfortunately, it just didn't actually make a difference in the end, because I needed the Spy as well. Just Gravekeeper's Guard by itself is not good enough, because I only have 2 copies of Spy. That said, though, Gravekeeper's Guard does have a really good effect, so that is easily one way that I could have gone about this. The problem is, like, Mystic Tomato isn't really very good with the Gravekeeper cards because they're flip effects, right? So I know Spy searching for a guard is not as optimal as getting another Spy out, but at the very least it's still getting a 1900 body on the field. Yeah, again, the only other thing that I could consider here is Ancient Gear Beast. I suppose I could put that in instead of a Wombat, since I do have Brain Control. Yeah, let's actually do that. Why not? We can use our ultimate rare Ancient Gear Beast here in the deck. Is that good enough? Yeah, I think so. Or I could take out 1 Prohibition for it. It does get quite tough to, like, cut these decks down, that's for sure. No, I think I really... yeah, I really should have 3 copies of the Wombat. Let's bring Prohibition to 2. Save it at that. So yeah, not exactly the way that I expected the deck to play out here, but I think it's good. This may be one of the few times where I play both Tomato and Shining Angel, but it feels right with this type of deck. Mirage Dragon is still really good too. I didn't even mention Mirage Dragon before, but it's still really good because it stops Mirror Force. So like the ultimate Trinity combo here would be to get Horus level 8, Mirage Dragon, and King Dragon on the field. Because then he can't target me with Compulse, he can't activate any spell cards, and he can't play like Mirror Force in the battle phase. So, and Mirage Dragon is just generally fine. Like I guess the only kind of potential flaw in this deck is that nothing outside of like the Chaos cards and Horus have got more than 1600 attack. But I also don't think that's really gonna be the problem. I just think it's kind of funny how many of the like quote-unquote staples that I could be using here that I'm just not. You know, like I don't have Tsukiyomi, I don't have my Magician of Faiths now. I don't have the Apprentice Magician stuff. That just has. I mean, it's worked out fine, but I don't. It just doesn't quite fit with this lot. I'm actually not even super sure if having this many Chaos Orc is what's needed here. I'm very close to just like taking one of these out and putting Ancient Gear Beast in instead in the main deck. Because it could be good. But the problem is, right, I guess with that, Chaos Orc would be a really good, like, you know, go Chaos Orc, banish something, tribute it for Ancient Gear Beast would be, like, really good. But, hello! Well, that was the set that existed.
Yep.
Pretty sure you've got mostly the same feelings as me on that one when you actually look through what the cards do. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but there's definitely more to it than what I'm willing to work with.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff just isn't very good. That's unfortunately the thing for it. But I mean, again, I've said this a few times, that's GX sets in a nutshell. A lot of them do not have that many amazing cards in them to run with. Aha!
Aha! Alright.
Yeah, I guess we will take that initiative here. Alright, good luck, buddy. Stand by main. Let's... Right. Have you got the right deck? Yeah?
Yeah.
Just making sure, because I'm about to fire off...
Yeah, I got this time. Don't worry.
Because I'm about to fire off Confiscation, so I need to make sure you're on the right thing. Oh, right, so you've still got the Element Dragon. My body, I mean...
It's a good draw.
I mean, I want to get rid of both Mirror Force and Polygree, but I can't.
Too bad you don't have 2 confiscations.
I mean, I couldn't play both even if I did.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just get rid of the Pot of Greed and I'll just have to deal with the fact that you've got Mirror Force. I suppose that's reasonable. Okay, we will set 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's an interesting setup there. Alright, stand by main. Well, now you know my hand, because I gotta activate this card now.
Which one do you want?
Target, that one.
Okay, we are gonna have to show what we're playing here because it is Trap Hole.
Yay.
So,
Alright. I gotta show first.
go ahead.
Or-
Doesn't really matter, but...
Doesn't matter, I guess. Yep. I mean, we kind of knew what cards we were both going to be using here.
I don't know. I don't know. This is quite different.
Aha. I think I know what it is.
Okay, yeah, this is a lot of the same stuff I was expecting to see, so... You're on triple element dragon, nice. Yeah, I guess it's not a bad card, so... Still got some of the chaos... Oh, wow, free chaos sorcerer with this one, huh? Oh, you did pull brain control, wow, okay.
Yep.
Just as a quick reminder, that is pre-errata too, so it works on any face-up monster, not just the normal summon set ones.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Alright. Well, gee, I wonder what these could be. What's this summon? Well, I know you don't have Cyberjar underneath there.
Yeah, because it's in deck, so...
No, I'm just gonna end turn.
End phase MST, that one.
Sad face.
Oh, we got it, nice. Okay. Standby main, I'm gonna make you play Compulse as well. We're gonna normal summon Mirage Dragon.
Jack Caster and Battle Phase. Oh.
So if you want to do it, you gotta do it now.
Fine.
Yep. So back to the hand it goes, and that will do. Go ahead. So that gets both of your stuff out. So it's funny, if I hit the Compulse instead, Mirage Dragon would have stopped you playing Mirror Force, so...
Well, let's set that. Let's take a chance.
It is Shining Angel, so...
Shining Angel, ah. Gee, I wonder what you're gonna summon.
We're just gonna get another one at the moment.
Ah. Right.
I think that's probably the better opening thing here.
Fair enough. Alright.
Okay. Standby main, that's a pretty good one. I'm just gonna normal summon the Mirage Dragon first, I think.
Charge again. Yep, fair enough.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Alright, go into battle then. And we will hit in. So it's 100 and the 14 from
and 1400, so
yep.
1500.
And yeah, that'll do. Go ahead.
Alright then, stand by main.
It's nice not having to worry about trap cards in the battle phase, even if I did get rid of the biggest one.
Yeah.
Dude, you have creature swap, change your heart, snatch, steal, and brain control. What on earth is what on earth am I supposed to do about that?
What can you do? I don't know. Like the only option I can do right here.
Okay.
And battle phase, let's have them both crash each other.
Alright, fair enough. Mine will have to go first
Use
because,
first,
yeah. Chain Link 2, we're going to bring another one out.
Yet another one.
Well, you see,
Yet
I'm
another
kind of
one.
expecting you're going to do the same thing again, so...
I mean, yeah.
Does kind of thin the cards out.
It's force summon in attack mode.
Yep.
Well, let's go again.
Alright, to the grave he goes. And this time, because I've already used one beforehand, we're going to have to do something else. So I'm going to summon Divine Dragon Ragnarok.
That's your 1500 monster.
Yep. I don't have any Shining Angels left, so I've kind of got to go into something else.
Yeah.
That's...
Well, it's most I got there.
That seems reasonable.
So, end turn.
Alright, stand by main. Let's start with Graceful Charity, which I did actually draw last turn, but...
Alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2...
Gotta make
3.
sure. I know.
That's the decision. Okay, I think I'm going to pitch Witch. And... How much do I value trying to hold on to this here is the thing. It's tough, because on the one hand, I'm like really close to something I want to do here, but on the other hand... You don't have a lot of cards there. I'm gonna discard Cyberjar.
Alright.
We're gonna normal summon Mystic Tomato.
Alright.
And we are going to go battle phase, that's alright?
Yep.
Okay. It's just because of Mirage Dragon that I have to ask, basically.
Yep. 1500 or less.
Yeah, and on the defense end. She's really good. Yep. And then yeah, we're gonna go in with the others. Yep. It's good damage. Yeah, go ahead.
Stand by me. Well, realistically, I don't think I can win this at this point.
This is a somewhat formidable board, despite not having back row here.
Yeah, I don't think I can win this one, but we're just gonna do this anyway.
Alright, to the grave it goes. I know you have like 3 of them, but we're going to get all of the stuff out here, I think.
Yep.
The more I thin the deck, the closer I get to CED. That's the goal here.
Yeah. But again, I'm at that point where I really can't do a whole lot here.
Ooh, straight in with Solar Flare, okay.
Do I want to do it that way, or do I want to just do it that way? And again, I'm at the point where I know I'm not going to be able to catch up at this point.
It is quite a tough spot. I don't envy you in that aspect. Okay, I will take the 100, and with that going to the grave, I can get the Dark Hexil Fusion out. Since I know you can't run another attacker into it at this point, I might as well bring it out.
Yep. No, I may have to admit to beat to this point.
All right, fair enough.
Alright.
I should
But
take
I'll
the.
just
I
see
should
when I
take
see
the.
it.
I should take the 500 anyway. Yeah, we're gonna go standby main. I'm gonna use the effect of Hexial Fusion, so I tribute both this and the fusion material. I looked this up last night. It counts itself as the substitute for its own effect as well.
Yep.
And we are gonna pull out the King Dragon, which can go in the extra deck. Can it go in the extra deck slot? I don't think it can actually, because it's not a thingy that. Whatever. We're gonna move in there anyway.
I mean, I think it goes there.
I'm not sure immediately. I'd have to actually double check now because it's not actually a fusion summon. That's the catch. So like, if you destroyed this, I can't premature burial it. You couldn't monster reborn it because it's not technically a fusion summon if used by that effect. So that's the only thing that I'm not sure on. Alright, and then I guess probably the best way around to doing it is just to use brain control. You've already seen it because we showed the thing, so we'll do that. We'll take control of the thing and we'll end the game that way. Because I think that's the cleanest way that I can do it.
No.
Unfortunately.
No, I know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just part of me not knowing exactly how the modern rule set works a bit. It's like, extra monster zones are exclusively used to place monsters that would be special summoned from the extra deck. However, I know that if you, say, revive one from the graveyard, then it doesn't get a chance to go in the extra monster zone. Or if it, like, leaves it temporarily and comes back onto the field, it also doesn't go to the extra monster zone. So that's why I'm not immediately sure. I'm just... It doesn't matter in this case, I just put it into a normal one, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is coming out of the extra deck, so it would make sense, but... So I'll be the first to admit this deck is a bit jankier than I would normally play here, but
yeah.
I thought it'd be cool, so I wanted to try it considering I pulled the playset of King Dragon last time. I thought it would be a neat, at least, option to go for, and you know, we'll see.
All right. Well, let's start with Prohibition.
Yep.
During debates here. What will be the most dangerous card at this point? I think the... Ooh. Let's prohibit Shining Angel.
Okay.
And aside from that, that's all I got.
Ooh, wow, okay. Alright, stand by me. We're gonna set 2 and pass. Go ahead.
Oh,
it's one of those games right now. On end phase, I'm going to activate Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. I'm going to discard a Horus level 6, and I'm going to spin the one that you just set.
Put that on top of the deck?
Yep, on top of the deck. that card underperformed last time. It is seriously very impressive, and we're about to see it in full force here, I think.
Yep.
I'm gonna play Premature Burial.
Ah, alright.
So we can bring back our Horus level 6. Now the cool thing with this is it's unaffected by spells whilst it's face up on the field. So if this gets destroyed, it actually doesn't destroy Horus level 6. So that's a fun interaction. We're gonna go battle. I'm gonna try and swing in. Yeah, that's okay. It does get affected by that, so to the grave that goes again. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Gets rid of the Mirror Force early, which is good though. Yeah, so we knew. So we knew what was coming off of that. All right, stand by main. I'm gonna play Graceful Charity. All right, so we will draw our 3. Ooh. Well, you actually had the Soul Read on my opening hand there. That was the one monster that I could play. So you actually had the ideal read on my opening hand there. Good job. I'm gonna discard the Hexial Fusion, I think. We're gonna normal summon Witch. And go battle phase, we're gonna try and hit him. Okay. Main 2, we will set 1 and end at that.
Alright, stand by main. Alright, we can normal summon this.
Yep, that's okay.
It's allowed. Alright. Then let's activate.
Ooh, yeah, target. I'm gonna bottomless that.
Banish it, huh?
Yep.
Alright.
It's not like I can revive it again, so you know.
Alright. Give me a second to read this.
At least, thankfully, it doesn't get, you know, it's not immune to trap cards. So, thank God I could do that, because that would be terrifying right now.
Right, then battle phase.
Yeah, I will take the 300 and to grave, and we will get our search here. What do I want though? I guess I could take Cyberjar.
Alright. And end turn.
Okay. Standby main. This could be really dirty, actually. Oh, I should have done this beforehand. I keep forgetting to do this. I'm gonna Dust Tornado your set card. I really need to just do... I mean, it wouldn't have necessarily mattered, I guess, this time around, but I really need to do that better.
That's fine.
Okay. That's what I thought it was gonna be. This is about to get dirty. I don't know how ready you are for this, but I'm going to banish, and we're going to summon Chaos Sorcerer in defense.
In defense?
Activate Creature Swap.
Oh.
And we're going to tribute this, because that's a special summon, for my other Horus level 6.
The other Horus.
Battle phase, we're going to run over this guy.
Is this banish?
No, it's just destroyed in battle.
No, so...
Yep.
Great, yeah.
And end phase, because this destroyed a monster in battle, we're going to level it up to the level 8.
Damn, all the right cards.
Yeah. My opening hand had like two of them, my two Horus level 6 there, so I was in a bit of trouble in that opening hand. So now any spell card that gets played, I can choose to negate it. It does not negate the prohibition that's already on the field, so I still can't play Shining Angel, but I can choose to negate any other spell card that gets activated from here. Alright. Stand by main. We're gonna normal summon Divine Dragon Ragnarok. I'm gonna move it because it's in the wrong zone here, because I hate having it in the way of the stuff here. And we're gonna go and hit in for the 4,500 total here. Go ahead. That was dirty, and I'm sorry.
That's so fucking dirty. That's so fucking
yeah. Dirty. Oh my god. The counter hand right there. Oh man. The funny thing is, even if I'd have kept, you did. Oh yeah, you only had the UFO total, so you didn't have the thing for it. Yeah, and that doesn't help when you.
Yeah, and you banished your Horus Dragon. I was like, wait, if he banishes it himself, can I use it? Like, it's
yeah,
on
it would be on my side.
So it would have been yours. So that's what I was asking about earlier. But like,
no, it would have gone to mine. Yeah, I didn't expect Horus to be coming out quite as much of that. So obviously the combo here was going for King Dragon to actually special summon Horus 6 from my hand, and then go from there, right? Because this once per turn I can special summon the dragon. There are no good dart dragons right now that I could use this with, which is annoying.
That dragon, it can't. Okay, King Dragon cannot actually special summon Horus.
Can't special summon Horus 8. It can summon Horus 6 though.
Yeah.
And then Horus 6 destroys a monster in battle and levels up to level 8. That was the idea. It can't. You're right though. This. Yeah. I had this in my opening hand in game 1, and I had like no way of getting out. I almost discarded it with Graceful Charity, but I was like, no, I kind of want to cling on to this a little bit and see if I can get it out. Probably a bad idea, but yeah, if this was the one that was in my hand, the one that's on the field now, I can't. You're right, that's completely true. But the idea was to special summon 6 from hand, because then this thing is really good because it prevents you from targeting dragon monsters with card effects. So that means obviously no Snatch Steal Brain Control because they target, but no Compulse, no Regeki Break. That's two of the biggest cards that gave me a ton of issues last time we played. I was like, okay, I don't have a ton of really good like light dart dragons. There are no good dart dragons I have right now. I think Blackland Fire Dragon was the only lower than, like, that and Pitch Dart Dragon were the only two that were level 4 or lower that are even available right now. So they're obviously garbage. And yeah, I don't have any good high level ones. Like Serpent Knight Dragon is my best one. That's terrible. I'm never playing that. But I realized that, oh yeah, it gets Horus out. And if I could get these two out together, then that stops you from playing spell cards, and it also stops you targeting traps, which is most of the other than Mirror Force is like basically the best stuff right now that we have. So it was like that's what my goal was. And then it's okay, I can't play Lord of Dragons because that was a starter deck card. I don't have that, but Hexial Fusion works as a substitute. So if I can get the Hex Sealed out and get this thing, thankfully both of them are searchable by their battle tutors, then I could maybe get King Dragon out, and I could work that way. Definitely jank, but, you know, I figured I had to do something, considering you played like 9 Recruiters last time, and that just wrecked me. I was like, how on earth am I going to combat that? And this was the first thing that I kind of come across in the end. It was like, okay, that seems cool. Otherwise, I think I sided one card in from the deck before. It was I think I took out I put in Phoenix Wind Blast instead of Trap Hole, I think, for my side deck, because I initially only had 2 Wing Blasts in the deck. But yeah, that card is a house as well, though. My god, even just setting you that turn back.
That's a luck of the draw, though, and I know we were drawing that would have been the big one. Even Chaos Emerald Dragon wouldn't have been as big an impact as those.
Yeah, even CED wouldn't have been as good as the thing with that. Yeah, so I almost took Creature Swap out the deck as well. That's the other thing. But then, just because you're playing so many things that it doesn't work well with, right? Because you've got, like, what, 11 cards or something it works on? Unless you've still got all of your recruiters, you don't exactly want to Creature Swap them for the obvious reason. And then if you've got like Witch and... Have you still got Sangan in there as well? Yeah, so you've still got, like, at least, 8 to 11 targets that are not very good for Creature Swap. But then I looked at it and I went, well, I have 8 myself. And there are some weird situations that, like what just came up here, that could matter. And I was like, oh, well, I guess it's worth trying, because Brain Control would not have been as good here. Yeah, I take your monster, but I don't get to get Horus level 8 out, so it actually would have been worse to Brain Control than Creature Swap. As funny as that sounds. I would have just banished your dude instead, probably. Yeah, so anyway, the set kind of existed. We both got Brain Control is really good, actually. I was surprised to even pull that. I got that in, like, pack 4, and I was thinking, oh boy, is this going to be another, like, Lightning Vortex situation where I get, like, 2 of them? But no, I only got the 1. The only other cards I was looking for, I got DD Survivor, got 2 of those. That's a future card, for sure. If it gets banished whilst it's on the field, it comes back at the end of the turn, which is a good Dark Warrior RotA target, so I got 2 of those, is fine. Ancient Gear Beast, I think, was one I got. I got, like, the full gamut of that. I got a rare one, a first edition one, and an ultimate rare one. So, that was cool. Gear Beast is the 1 tribute one that negates effects as well, so that was the other sort of angle that I was looking at, is, okay, if you're gonna play all these UFO turtles and stuff, how do I stop that? How do I negate them, right? And Ancient Gear Beast is actually a way of doing that, but it is much harder to play and is still an Earth monster, so it's like, I don't know. Side deck it is. And then, what was the other one? I got a lot of hollows in this set, actually, but unfortunately most of them are garbage. My opening pack was an ultimate rare, a Chef the Dark Being. One of the ultras. Like, the ritual that has basically turned your spell cards into Change Your Heart. Which is cool, but I have no ritual support to use with it, so it's not a very good card for me, unfortunately. How about yourself, though? Before I keep rambling on, what sort of stuff did you, anything of interest?
Nothing too special, so, mother friggin' me, guess what I did?
Uh-oh.
You can probably guess what I did. I opened about 20 packs, and I'm like,
oh no! Oh dear.
So the only notable thing I missed out was Ancient Gear.
Oh, you would have had the cover card. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would have missed out on, and I didn't draw it out.
Ah,
Whatever.
well.
Aside from that, I didn't draw a whole lot of things that are interesting. Like nothing too insanely special. A bunch of the King of the Servants.
Yeah, Skull Servant stuff is neat. I don't think it gets enough like support early, good enough for it. Yeah. I got 4 ultimate rares in this set, but I didn't even realize I got a Grave Ultra as well. I got 3 of them were for rare cards, but like, yeah, I got 4 ultimate rares. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 supers. So yeah, like 7 hollows in total, I guess. One of them being an ultra as well. So that's kind of neat, I guess. What did you get on the wheel?
Just 3 of the. What was it? 3 of the.
Nice. I got the same. I sadly missed out on my 3rd spy. I got the Gatekeeper's Guard in like the 2nd of the 3 packs, and I was really hoping that I would get that spy, but I just didn't get it. So I'm probably still not playing Gatekeeper stuff that way. But hey, even just having Guard is pretty good. So maybe I do. I don't know. Yeah, I also got, was it Butterfly Dagger Elmer, but I don't even have gear free to use that with, so whatever. I finally got my first copy of Royal Magical Library from the Dark Revelation stuff as well. If I ever wanted to play it for whatever reason, I have 1 copy of it now, so hooray.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, unfortunately, this set really isn't that that great. I was jokingly going to play like Heat of the Fire Charmer if I could fit it in my side deck, just because that'd be really funny against the Solar Flare Dragon. But I was like, nah, that's way too gimmicky. There's no way I'm gonna pull that off properly. So would have been funny, but yeah. I did play the Wombat in the side deck though. I didn't end up needing to go into it, I don't think, but I was like, this is finally a way that I can just not take effect damage for whilst it's up. So I did play that, but didn't end up needing to use it.
I saw there was a lot of cards that supported flip summons as well. So with the support of that, I was like, huh, my old love.
Yeah.
but then I kept thinking, you know, what are the odds of you having more than one card that can counter a flip summon? And at this point, you pretty much have a lot that can.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing, I guess, that way would be the effect negators. Stuff like the Ancient Gear Beast would probably be the main way that I could deal with that. It's tough, because, yeah, like, Brain Control only works on face-up monsters. Creature Swap is cool, we've seen that a little bit, but that could still be a bit too situational for it. Yeah, I don't know, like, the flip stuff is interesting, for sure. Yeah, honestly, there really isn't a whole lot else to even think on in this one, so I don't know. So what are we gonna do with respect to this now then? Because I know it's only an hour before this stuff would usually start, right?
Yeah. I guess I'll ask Ronnie here. We got about an hour then, I guess. I mean, we always spent an hour on this duel because we knew what this duel was going to be like, but man, those duels were cursed.
I will be totally honest, the next, other than like Cyber Dragon, the next set isn't ridiculous. There are definitely some cards that we could play, but it's not quite, you know, we're still not at that point where we're going to be getting the really sort of heavy hitter stuff again here, but again, I don't want to overextend if we're gonna run too much into trouble here. Oh, so Halo, okay, how you doing? It's funny because this was actually the second version of a deck I was gonna play something completely different in the end with this, but yeah, the funny thing you mentioning that sort of flip support stuff, I was actually considering playing some of that from the previous set that I didn't really give enough credit to, but I decided I wanted.
There's a lot of flip monsters I remember from a lot, but it's another one. What's the word? I know I have a lot of flip monsters I can use now, and I know I have a lot of options to flip summon. But like, we've seen the uses of something like Cyberjar and such. It's been benefiting you more so than it has for me.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of flip summons I have, it requires more protection under that. So I would start running another stall deck again. I don't know if I want to
yeah, it's as much on your mental state as it is on mine on the stall deck stuff, isn't it? Because it's like, you put yourself on a lot of, you know, there's a lot of burdens you put on yourself if you do end up playing the stall stuff. I mean, you've seen on Pharaoh's Servant when I played the Morphing Char and the DNA Surgery stuff. It's like, it puts a toll on you, even as the player, so...
So stream has an idea for a stream later, but not 100%. No, I think that's fine. We can just leave it like that for now. I mean, we'll probably have a rematch for fun of it later, just to test out the water, support decks and ideas and whatever. Maybe later, but for now, I think it's a good time to call it. I gotta use the bathroom.
Right, fair enough. So I guess we'll do Cybernetic Revolution and hopefully Elemental Energy tomorrow then. Elemental Energy might actually be one that would change up stuff a bit. There is actually a somewhat cohesive strategy I remember coming out of that set that if we can pull enough of it, might actually be worth an experiment. So hopefully we can. I mean, Cybernetic Revolution shouldn't take too long. I imagine it won't be much longer than this, to be honest. It'll be okay, how do I put Cyber Dragon in my deck if I pull it? Otherwise, do I even want any of these cards? I don't know. I guess then let's actually roll the wheel stuff first. Then I need to give you.
Yeah, I'll do that in a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
so
I'll give you the thing in the meantime then. Because I haven't actually given Kid the GX version of this wheel here. It's not actually that different, to be honest, but I need to also look up exactly what sets and stuff we need here. So I'll do that on this one actually. I think I need to come out of the full screen for it first though. Yeah, I'll do it on this side so that you guys can see where we are with this as well. So just need to get scrolled down, and let's see, we're on Lost Millennium, so we would open Tournament Pack 6 this time, and the structure decks are the next two that have come up, so I will oh, we're in which set? What year are we? Are we still in 2005 in this set? Yeah, we are. Okay, 2005 is up until Elemental Energy, so whilst he's there, I'll give him the. So it's Tournament Pack 6. It's so structure decks are Blaze of Destruction and Fury from the Deep. One of which is like way better than the other one, but you know. Yeah. Because this way, I guess if we roll the wheel now, then we'll have more time when we do this stuff tomorrow, and hopefully guarantee getting 2 sets in. So I actually need this one this time. They're not too different in all reality, but it's still best to have the right one actually show up here. So yeah, I guess apologies, we're only going to do the one set today then, but realistically with a late start it makes sense. With the way scheduling stuff works on Kib's joint channel, we only realistically have about an hour anyway before, like, we can go a little bit over, but like we only really have an hour before we'd have to stop. And these games can definitely take that sort of time frame by themselves. We've had one duel out of the best of 3 has taken 45 minutes before. I don't think our decks is that slow now, but even so. Hey, that wildcard structure is like. I mean, don't worry about it, Brownie. I'm not trying to be all like negative Nancy on it. Like, it was a late start for us today as well. Honestly, it's fine. Man, I've got to say though, that Horus level 8 play was dirty. I'm still just like mad. I looked it over and I was like, there's a way that I can get 8 out here, and it's like he has no back row, and if I get 8 on the board right now, I think it's game set. And I looked at it and I was going, okay, I have the 6 in hand, so I was going to just like play Chaos Orc banish the UFO turtle and then just like tribute for Horror 6 and just attack. And then I thought about it a bit more and I was like, wait, but if I summon this in defense, then I can actually just run over it in battle and I can level it up. I don't play the spell card to level up because I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, like so King Dragon was a cool idea for me at least, because I pulled the playset last time. I mentioned it too. I was like, it's a super rare. How did I get 3 copies of it? But it was like, yeah, I pulled the playset and I looked at it again, and I was like, wait, but that just special summons Horror 6 from hand. Like, I get the 2400 dude out that blocks targeting traps, and then I just get Horror 6 out, and I can level it up with that. It's like, yeah, it's a bit janky, but it was just really cool as an idea, and it's a shame I don't have Sangam, because it's hard for me to get the Hexial Fusion out right now. You know, and not having Lord of Dragons is the regular thing for it, and I don't have King of the Swamp as well, so like, at least I don't believe I have King of the Swamp. I looked through my collection before, and I don't think King of the Swamp is something that I actually have. It was a... Yeah, so the reason that I mentioned that is because I actually did pull a Polymerization from my Dark Beginning 1 pack. We haven't quite gotten to the Jaden Yuki and Chaz Princeton like duelist packs yet, where Poly is a common and Jaden's one, so we'll probably get at least one from there. But I did get one from Dark Beginning 1, so I almost played it just so that I could fusion summon it from hand, right? Rather than having to get the monsters on the field. But I couldn't really fit it in with all the other cards that I actually wanted. So, you know, it was just a bit too difficult to fill in. And when I got Brain Control as well, that was the one card that I didn't already have in my deck before we started the episode. Because it's a super, I don't expect to pull it, right? So, you know.
Yeah.
And then I had to fit it in, and I was like, I guess I'm taking out... I think I took out a Lightning Vortex in my side deck, because I sided both of them, and then I think I ended up taking that. I almost took out Trap Dust Shoot, because it's like, I'm only siding that in when I go first, and it's a great card, and I really should probably play it more, but it's a bit hard right now to go with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I've given you the new wheel for stuff that way, and like I was saying, the tournament pack is TP6. It's an actual tournament pack this time. The structure decks have changed because they came out very frequently with the set stuff here. Blaze of Destruction and Fury from the Deep. So water and fire based stuff that way, but there's so many good like reprint staples and stuff that I know exactly what I would what I'd look to take out of them, and it's not any of the main. Okay, technically Mobius is in the water one. I could kind of take that, but there are better options I could take from there. And then the promo up until Elemental Energy were in 2005, so the promos are the same as before. Yeah, so I guess I'll just roll the wheel so we can get straight into the set stuff tomorrow, and I suppose we'll go from there.
Yeah.
If you wanna play our, maybe I'll do another thing later on. So if you want to play our stream or whatever, I could play my other deck as well if you wanted to try something slightly different with that. And yeah, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow then, right? In terms of actual drafting stuff. Have a good one, buddy.
Alright, catch you later.
Alright, yeah, so we're just going to roll this now so that we can get straight into the stuff tomorrow. So we get a double wheel in this part here. So the winners one, honestly, there isn't much difference in it anymore. The main difference is that Wildcard Common is a bit smaller, the tournament packs are a bit bigger, and stuff like I think it's these two, are like 1% higher, but they're still very low chance, right? Most of it is actually very similar now. Just a tiny bit better odds of getting the actual tournament packs because they are going to be very important as we keep going in. So, let's see what we get. We do get the tournament packs, that is totally fine. TP6 is what we are going to roll here. I actually completely forget what is even in Tournament Pack 6, but we are starting to get to the point where some of these genuinely have good cards in them. So, Yeah, I think Tournament Pack 8 is the one that has the Monarchs in it, so we're a bit away from that, because that comes out quite late in, but this one, by the way, so you get the Timaeus and everything from, I guess. Alright, where are we at? TP6. 3 packs of this to add to the collection here. And nothing really too fancy out of the first one here. Emergency provision is kind of whatever. Thunder 9 would be nice if I was only running lights, because it is a 1900. But it destroys itself if you have any other non-light monsters in play, so it's pretty poor. Second one here, well, Last Turn is in this one. I guess this is the Legacy of Darkness pack that way. Ryu Senshi is not terrible. This would be a... I think actually this would be my 3rd copy of it, so it kind of doesn't matter here. But like, it's not a bad card to get hold of. Last Turn is not getting replaced this time because it's only a common, right? So no need to worry about that. And then the last one, nothing. Okay, well, we got Archetype Moment of Nefariousness to go with that elemental. Or is it the also the is it also the Earth Charmer, right? It's the one that she has to that there. So nothing fancy out of the packs. That's okay. I've already gotten the free here, but let's just pull some, open some more and see what other stuff is in here, right? Nothing. I want to see what at least something that isn't a common is, right? Because we've only had common stuff so far. Air Knight Parshuf was in this set. That would have been kind of cool as a rare. Restructure Revolution is a Duel Links card and nothing more. It's pretty bad otherwise. But I think this is one of the first printings of it, maybe, so would explain why it's a super. Yeah, it's a lot of it is from Legacy of Darkness. Nothing really too great. Good chance to get the fusions if you didn't get them before, though. Yeah, nothing super impressive, though. The Spirit Monsters at rare. I mean, Yamato Dragon's cool. Probably would have played that if I got, like, Mausoleum later on. I could have played it for fun. Draw until you've got 5 if it does battle damage, but it's a 2 tribute, can't be special summoned, and goes back to the hand at the end of the turn. So, yeah, nothing really too impressive in here. Otherwise, it is what it is. Yeah. Actually going to go take a quick look at the set, because it's going to be a lot easier to just take a look at it in here. So we go perks, bundles, tournaments. This is 2005. We should have tournament pack 6 here. The kicker in the nuts. Oh, 2 Table of Contents. Oh, that was the card that would have been good. Okay, Royal Decree was the one that was good in here. In that case, a lot of options. Yeah, Royal Decree as a super would have been the best card in here. Toon Cannon Soldier was actually the Ultra, huh? Okay. Yeah, Spear Dragon is a wind, but I guess it'd be kind of alright. Otherwise, yeah, there's nothing good in the common slot that I mean, I say that. Fiend Skull Dragon, I guess, could have been something I'd use, but I already have one. So, like, I really don't need that. Yeah, like, Spear Dragon, maybe. Royal Decree was the good card out of here. Fusion Sage is kind of neat, but I think we actually get that in like, Dark Beginnings 2 or something. Maybe. Or is it in the Jaden pack? It might be in the Jaden pack. Let me have a look. Duelist Pack, Jaden Yuki. Do you have Fusion Sage in here? You totally do, as a common. So we'll get that later on anyway if we want it. There's not really any need to get it in that pack. Okay, so it's basically just a shot at Royal Decree. That's fine. This is the only time we open TP6, because in the next set, Cybernetics Revolution has Dark Beginning 2. This is huge, by the way. This is one of the 2 times where I might be able to get my 3rd Thunder Dragon. So absolutely want to roll this in. Like, either this or Wildcard Super from the next wheel is what we want. Because if we get Wildcard Super, we get a Cyber Dragon. If we get Dark Beginning 2 packs, we have a chance of getting a bunch of good stuff. Like, actually, just because we're here, just before I end up here. Let's actually open 3 packs of Dark Beginning 2 just to show you what we might end up getting hold of if we do actually roll that on the wheel.